Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Title Minute. On today's episode of the Title Minute, we're going to continue our series on the Fidelity Agent One application and website. Last week, we talked about how to personalize your profile within Fidelity Agent One so that all of the marketing materials and the outputs are branded to you. On this week's episode, we're actually going to show you how to create your own seller's net sheet, and I think you're going to love it. It takes that long to do it. So hang tight. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll be right back. Okay, now, as you can see, I'm sharing my screen. I went to fidelityagent.com. Now, keep in mind, this works on Android phones, Apple phones, iPhones, iPads, and the website. It has a native desktop version. It all looks very same, if not identical. So I'm just showing you how to do it on fidelityagent.com. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and log in here, show you it step by step so you can see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, we're logged in here to the website. Again, it's going to give you some information about the capabilities of Fidelity Agent. So I'm just going to go ahead and close that. And it's going to default to open the buyer's cost to close estimate. So we're going to go over that next week. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Seller right now. On a more advanced episode, we'll talk about options and how to set default parameters. But for right now, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to create a seller's net sheet. Now, one of the things that I think is super important is to add the address because Fidelity Agent's all cloud-based, and it's actually going to save these estimates for you if you need to go back and recreate them as you're working with negotiating sales price, things like that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and enter an address. I'm going to enter my address, and we're going to blur that out for you. And so what it's going to happen is once you populate the address, the website's going to pull the estimated property taxes for the home. And I'm going to go ahead and include that in the seller's net sheet because it's going to do all these calculations on the back end. So then we're going to enter the sales price. You know, the median sales price in Orange County right now for a single family, let's say it's $975,000. It populates the broker's fee at 6%. You can enter an estimate for repairs. Why don't we say $2,500? There's no HOA in the neighborhood, but if you click on the little cog, it actually allows you to enter things like an HOA transfer fee. Let's just throw that in there for fun. Let's see, there's a home, we're going to pay for a home warranty for the buyer. That's $750. You know, you can enter some other items down the road, and because you can go back to the saved estimate, let's say you need to increase the cost of repairs or a seller's credit or something like that. You can even subtract items from the closing costs as well, which is pretty cool. You can just type in the item name, enter the amount, add a field if you'd like. Let's just say, let's say the new buyer is going to purchase the washer, not the washer fryer. They're going to purchase the washer dryer for $1,000. I don't know. I'm just showing you how it's done. And then they're going to do that. They're going to purchase the fridge. Say it's $500, just so you can see how it's done. I get it. Don't worry about that, but I just want you to see it. The miscellaneous costs have been stored and will show in the closing cost breakdown. Check that out. Now, you're going to probably need to ask your sellers what they think their loan balance is at the time. They can find this information, of course, by logging into their mortgage website or on their most current mortgage statement. So I'm going to enter a number. $650,000, let's say at 3.75%. Of course, it's going to populate with Fidelity Escrow. And then if you click on the calendar here, you can actually select the closing date. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select the closing date of Friday, September 4th. We have all the information in here that we need. It's going to verify that we added some things to miscellaneous. It's stored. Double check everything's correct here. And then I'm going to click compute. Now check this out. It's going to take that information that we entered and make calculations with prorated amounts and come up with this information. So here's the net at close, $256,077. And it's going to actually break this down for you. All right. When you click on share or print PDF, this is the actual information that you have the ability to share with your clients. And it's going to pull in all of the fees, all of the closing costs, an estimate for title and escrow. And remember, last week we talked about personalizing your account information. That's because all that's going to be printed right here at the bottom. You can save it. You can download it as a PDF. And if you click email, you can literally just email it to somebody right from Fidelity Agent. So that's how you create a very quick and easy seller's net sheet. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer. As you can see, it takes very little time. And so make sure you tune in next week where we're going to show you how to create a buyer's estimated cost to close. Thank you for tuning into the Title Minute, and stay safe.